This is not this is not a discussion that is exclusive from the Eurozone. There is, 90 countries that represent 80% of the GDP worldwide are exploring opportunities for a digital currency, and therefore, of course, Europe should not lag behind on this topic. On the contrary, I think we have the obligation to lead. The creation of the digital euro is an important debate for the future of our currency, and for its internationalization, and even for its asserting its importance in the world of the digital payments. This is not a discussion that is exclusive from the Eurozone. There is, 90 countries that represent 80% of the GDP worldwide are exploring opportunities for a digital currency, and therefore, of course, Europe should not lag behind on this topic. On the contrary, I think we have the obligation to lead. We have the digital transition, and it also comprehends or includes the monetary policy. It will be important to assess carefully the conclusions on the study about the European citizens' payment options and habits, and the reflection that we have about a digital euro that facilitates and speeds up the payments, but at the same time it reduces costs for citizens and companies. So my question is related to this, is related to the potential costs for citizens. With the introduction of the digital euro, we can assist to the transferring of many funds from banking accounts to individual wallets held by the citizens. So the questions are, what kind of impact can we expect from the potential movement of liquidity from the bank within the European banks? And on the other side, what is the dimension of the context costs that are expected for the banking sector for its pursuit of the adaptation to the digital euro? Can we assist or can we witness the transferring of those costs in the tax it's not taxes, I don't remember, the tariffs that are charged by the banks to its clients? That's one of the other questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your questions. On the first one, the potential outflows from bank deposits to digital euros. This is indeed a concern. As I said before, if we allow savers to access digital euros, a means of payment that would be digital, riskless, low cost, we may see a significant outflow out of deposits, bank deposits, into a digital euro. For this reason, we are discussing potential safeguards. There are different possibilities. One is to introduce a ceiling. Just to give you an example, each citizen in the euro area could have up to a certain amount of digital euros, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 euros. We have some countries that are much more generous in this respect. A different possibility would be that we do not impose a ceiling, but we introduce a decentivizing remuneration. That is, citizens would have access to larger holdings of digital euro, but the remuneration would be such that beyond a certain amount, holding digital euros would be inefficient, would not be convenient. Suppose we give 0 up to 3,000 euros, and then you get a fee. You are we get 2% and then 0 after a certain amount. On the cash amount, remuneration would be 0, like banknotes. Above the amount which would be desirable from a social viewpoint, there could be a disincentivizing remuneration. Another possibility is that the limit would be on transactions. You can hold a fairly large amount, but you cannot do more than X transaction in amounts per day, per week, or per month. So there are various forms, various ways in which we could have a relatively good control on the amount of deposit that could be transferred into digital euro wallets. But probably the numbers are less dramatic than some were expecting only a few, and also I was expecting a few months ago. In terms of costs, here we face trade-offs. We want to provide a low-cost means of payment, but we have to be careful because we don't want, at the same time, we do not want to crowd out banks. Suppose we start offering tomorrow a digital euro, which is riskless, which is costless, which can be used easily everywhere. Who would want to hold any private digital means of payment? Who would want to hold a credit card? Who want to hold a debit card? Who want to hold bank deposits if we offer an alternative, safer, efficient, less costly means of payment? So there is a trade-off. We want to offer convenient conditions for citizens. At the same time, we have to be careful in not crowding out private companies who are already providing services, high-quality services to citizens. We are discussing possible distribution mechanisms, and we will make a proposal on this. But it would be a trade-off that we are analyzing, we are discussing.